Today we're gonna break down how much we spent on this barbershop. So this is what it looked like before, and then this is what it looks like now.
Run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling.
Show you real quick what it looks like, and then we're gonna break down how much we spent. So there's the front, and then the back has 2 sinks, and then the washroom in there, and then this back room. So the total amount of money we spent on this barbershop is around 100K to get it from this to that. I actually have some copies of the check still that we paid for the electrical, the plumbing, just overall construction of the place. We have an exact dollar amount that we paid for it. The thing that got built was probably this wall right here. This wall was not here before. We got lucky that these 2 rooms were already here, so we saved a lot of money on that. Make it our staff room and the washroom. Another thing they did first right away was the plumbing. So for the plumbing, they had to cut out the concrete there because the water supply was from this side or something. And then the furniture is separate from the plumbing. We had to buy the furniture, like the actual sink itself, separately. So we still have to account for that. But we paid for the plumbing. The plumbing cost us about $8,000. For 2 sinks, we still had to buy the sinks from Modern, but we'll go through that later on. The company that put up the wall also did the paint and also did the baseboards. They also painted the ceiling and then painted the rooms. So they had to come in, put the wall up first, and then they did the other stuff later on. They cost us about $11,800. All right, next big thing that we spent money on was probably the lights. So these 2 triangle lights, the track lights and the side lights, and then the light behind the till, and the triangle light. So all of that actually cost us about $13,000 installed. So they do everything. I think these were custom built, but yeah. Next thing we did was the flooring. We put epoxy flooring in our front, and then initially the back had planks that we did ourselves just to save a little bit of money, but the front we wanted this nice epoxy. Later on we found out that we overpaid for the flooring, but they charged us about $11 per square foot, and it's about 1,100 square foot, so we paid about $12,000 just for the front epoxy. And yeah, that cost about $12,000. Later on, my family got into the business of epoxy flooring, and they only charged about half of that. And they only did 1 layer in the floor that we paid $11 per square foot for. My family actually does 3 layers, the primer, membrane, and then the epoxy itself. They only did epoxy, so it doesn't last as long. When you try polishing it and sanding it, it goes through, like it's super thin. You can tell because my family did our back later on when we had the second lockdown. We did the back as with our family epoxy, and you can see how it's way thicker. So you can see the back is way thicker. So if you try to like polish it down the road, if it gets scratched up, easier. With everything I just said, it adds up to around $45,200. That's without our furnitures yet. So you guys can tell that it adds up quick. We didn't have the flooring for the back yet. So let's break down how much we spent on our furniture. So these barber chairs are from AGS. I'm pretty sure they're a company from the US. We paid for 9 barber chairs because 1 was a salon chair. And they were about $1,000 each. So they added up to around 10K with shipping and all that. And yeah, our barber stations are actually custom built in locally. Those actually costed us a lot because the wood quality is really good, and then it's custom made. Those cost us about $8,000 for both. So that's about what, another 20K, so we're at 70K. So the 2 sinks are about $1,000 each from Modern, and then some bigger furnitures would be the couch now, the hot towel thing. So other big furnitures would be the couches, some fridges and all that. Fridge, microwave, a laptop for the till, the actual till we got for free from a friend. Shelves, floating shelves, all that would probably end up going for around 4,000, 5,000. But I don't recommend going cheap on couches as they break easily. It's only been about a year and a half and one of them's already broken. And the middle sectional is gone because it's broken. If you're gonna get a couch, might as well go for a durable one. I like these ones because they do lean back like these, and clients really love them. But right now with COVID, we can't even take advantage of it. The small things would just be like the decals, the plants, like the paintings, backdrops, TVs, video games, all that. Adds up to about like 80 something. And then we have to pay for our project manager. Yeah, we had to pay for food, labor. We also paid for the back flooring still. That cost us only about $3 per square foot, and it was about 400 square foot. And we did it ourselves, so we saved money on labor there. We also had to pay for inspections. I'm not exactly sure how much they were, but it all added up to about $100,000. Also, the sign outside cost us about $1,000. Yeah, those are mainly the big stuff that we spend money on. Also, we had to spend money on the colors. A few months after opening, we gifted all of our barbers Dyson blow dryers. That cost us about like $2,000, $3,000. But yeah, pretty much, guys, that's how much we spent on this barbershop. If you have any questions on how you open your barbershop, feel free to subscribe now, because I'll be sharing the steps to opening up your own barbershop. So I've only been a barber for 5 years, and 3 years into my barbering career, I opened up this barbershop. And we have a team of 10 barbers. I actually have my own online course where I talk about everything that I know. Pretty much, if you have the online course, you'll know everything that I know and how I built this, to how to cut hair, to how to market, to where to get barbers, well, how to build a team and how to get connections, all of that in my online course. But yeah, if you like that video and you wanna keep up with my journey, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.